Ooh, I'm so stoked. It's the little things. Finally. Got a fair lead. I've just been running the winch off the bottom of the spool so that it didn't rub. So I'm still gonna have to unbolt and flip the winch so that it's running off the top and goes through there, but it's starting to rain and just wanted to get something done. 2 bolts and she'll be on. Oh yeah. Chicka-chicka. The problem we're running into now is my linkage doesn't have room to get to this. This alternate or starter support is in the way, so I'm going to see if I can't basically reverse this L bend. It'll be just as strong, it'll just be out here, and that'll give me room to get to my linkage. And just like that, I have made it so. Ooh, I had to dig through all my stockpiles. I knew I had one of these center support deals. This one is missing one support, but it's an adjustable pulley. That might come in handy later. But this guy here, I think, is going to be the ticket to transferring power to below the deck. I think I'm going to have an intermediate shaft down here, and then that's going to drive the rear diff, because the angles are wrong. It's too far to travel unless I go completely old school and cut out the whole deck and have tensioner up here. And I mean, I think this might be the way to go. So as of right now, this is the current routing I've come up with. Original tensioner idler, massive amounts of clearing to intermediate shaft that sits behind the motor, and then that also changes the ratio, so it might go a little faster. It might burn up the pump, who knows? We'll find out. And then the alternator and the crank. And I'm leaving this one I added. It's a special surprise for later. The counter shaft is bolted in, and it started raining. So let's see if we'll get back to it tomorrow. Mount an alternator bracket, and we'll have it rigged up. This is why you always save your mower deck linkage and brackets. That's gonna be my alternator adjustment. Gonna do a quick weld onto that. That's just a support for the starter, which I've already cut and re-welded. So it's all bolted to the block. I'm not welding to the block. And then this ear just welded down there onto this. This is somewhat substantial since the motor's solid mounted. Yeah, solid mount, the alternator opposed from it. So I think it's going to turn out pretty good. Finally got fuel primed. Had to use a compressor and purge the tank, which I'm not too thrilled about because I won't be able to do that on the trail. So I still think in the future I'm going to build a fuel tank that goes right where that battery is. Put the battery where the tank is now, and it'd be gravity feed. But we have fuel now. We're going to see if this is going to start. You get to kind of see how the belts are routed, make sure nothing's rubbing, and yeah, see if it works and moves.